Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. And today we're going to do something really fun. We've got some special guests here today, and this is going to be a really interactive call. We're going to hear a lot of testimonies from people who are business brand partners in Partner Co. And we're going to talk about the original SOG, which stands for System of Growth, if you're brand new here. And we're going to talk about the original posts that are in the SOG. So that very first post that we see with the Kim Gray post, we have the OG creator of that board here, Ashley Paulsen. And so, Ashley, I wanted to invite you on this call simply to explain the backstory behind those posts and when you created that, and just give us the story of the posts, the idea behind them, and what you have seen happen since that board was created.
Yeah, absolutely. So super excited and honored to be here. So thank you first off for just having me here. Really to see the system, systems are what keep us duplicatable, right? I mean, when you have a system like Stacy is not duplicatable, Billy is not duplicatable. Neither is Valerie or Marla or any of us. And so when we found the system, it was really it was a collaborative group of people. We were on a Zoom and this group of girls down in Florida started having huge success by selling the drops retail. Um, I had a transformation with these drops in 2020. And so when I had a transformation with the drops, I solely sold it as a weight loss product. I was like, I'm down 42 pounds. I'm feeling great. Right. And so weight loss is such a hard arena because our weights always fluctuate. And so when we started calling them body balancing drops, which that's what I've called them since day one. I've never really called them skinny drops because they really truly just go in and do so much for our bodies. We know that, right? So um, when we focused it more, like took a telescope view back and knew all the different health benefits, we simply just started creating social media posts of different people's testimonies. Um, and what that consists of, I don't know. Do you want me to share my screen so I can just kind of like walk through week one
Sure.
and kind of
Let me
just
give
show
you,
you why?
yes, I would love this
Okay.
because I think understanding the why behind it is
Mhm.
incredible. Okay, you should be able to share screen.
Okay. Let me, alrighty. You got that?
Yep.
Okay, so as a person first starts off, we always encourage them to do their own posts, right? Whether they're just starting, it's like, hey, I'm starting this journey, I'm excited. But really, them doing their own personal posts up front is crucial because people on their following aren't thinking that they just got hacked and what is Gina posting about? Who is this? Like now she just started posting about all these before and afters. So doing that initial post as a person starts their business is so, so crucial because people are following you for you, right? Like they want to know you're having success with this. They want to know that it's something you believe in, that you trust in. And so as you start going into the week one, Kim Gray, and obviously day one. So there's the 9 a.m. and the 3 p.m. You can obviously see their great before and afters. You can see the before very clearly. You can see the after very clearly. So that day one is more of a visual of like a before and after. You can see the physical changes. So when I talk about this week, specifically, there is marketing done behind each week, and there is an importance of posting them in order and like posting the whole week at a time. And I'm going to share the reasons why. So, week one or day one, like I said, you can see it from a visual standpoint. It's here's the before, yep, here's the after. You can tell a difference. Okay. Day two, you can see Joanne, you can see it in her face. Right. A lot of times, if people have inflammation or they have a lot of different things going on, whether you're losing weight, whether it's reducing inflammation, you can see it in her face. Another physical change. Okay. This one is a screenshot. Not everyone is a visual learner, right? Some people want to read something like you see it, you believe it, but right? Like some people want to actually read something. So this is like, hey, I weighed in at 152, blah, blah, blah. I'm down from 173. So showing the weight loss perspective in a writing format. Okay.
And there's
This
power
one,
too. I just want to say real
yeah,
quick, there's power to that good old fashioned screenshot.
yes.
Like there's so much power to that. So when you guys get those from your clients, make sure you screenshot them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I encourage you to do that. I've been doing that during this 28-day challenge. I've had some clients having some incredible wins. And sometimes I just go and I do those screenshots and I put them up there because a screenshot is great because like you know it was texted. Like it's not it's not a fake whatever, right? Like you know it's a text conversation. So that one in day 2 for the 3 p.m. is down 21 pounds less than a month. Okay. So the next one is also writing, but it talks about an A1C. Okay, so it gets past the weight loss perspective of either a before and after or I'm down 20 pounds. A1C. Okay, so you're going to open up and start targeting a new audience because they're like, oh, what Billie's been posting is not just weight loss. I have issues with a high A1C and my blood sugar, right? Like it's just a different view on the drops. It's not just weight loss. And that's where the whole system changed is when you start doing the system, like I said, the marketing behind it, it's not just weight loss. Okay. So A1C talks about cholesterol, blah, blah, blah. I was pre-diabetic. Now I'm good, all the things. So you're going to catch a different type of audience with that post. Um, this one, right? I was skeptical at first. When people read this,
Hmm.
at 3 days into your post, people are going to be a little bit skeptical of what you just started posting. Okay, so that's where I'm saying like there's like a reason and a rhyme and a reason of why they're in here. Okay, I was skeptical at first, but this is crazy after 8 days. So I was skeptical, but guess what? Someone's having result after 8 days. What are these? Right? Janine, what are these drops? Okay. So you're starting to target different audiences as you start doing the posts. Okay. So that's day 3. Day 4, this picture right here, every time I post it, obviously, you know, I was a huge part of creating boards. Every time I post this 2 years later, I still sell boxes of drops. Like this chick in the pink sports bra has sold a lot of boxes of drops.
Thank you, Chick in
Lots.
Pink Sports Bra.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, she does have a name, but like, and that's
Right.
like the most beautiful thing too, is like everyone we know is in here. Like, it's not a huge company that you're just going and, right? Like, they're connected to some of us somehow. So this one is great because you see the target, like it's targeting on the stomach region, which is where a lot of us have the issues, right? The target visceral fat, like it's targeting that stomach region. It's the same bra, which is crucial. It's the same, like a black pair of pants. So it's a visual that people can see, with obviously the stomach going down as she's starting to take the drops. So, you know, here's another one. Here's the day 4. I literally dropped 5 pounds within the first 3 days, but sleep is what I've noticed most. Sleep. Right? Like you're going to
Yeah.
find the people. My aunt was just here last weekend and she's like, I'm not sleeping great, right? Like people are looking for answers for how they're not feeling good. And so this one, I'm feeling quality sleep. I seriously sleep all night. You're going to have someone on your social media who's looking for a good night, 8 hours of sleep, right?
Hmm.
So that's why that one's on there, the 8. Then since that one really has gained so much success, we did this we did this one again because right here on day 4 with the text, it says, I've had several people reach out to me about the body balancing drops. I'm placing a bulk order to save people money. Let me know if you want a box. LMK, that might not be how Stacy Woodford would say, let me know, but it's something that makes you relatable. Like, right? It's not about being perfect. It's not about having the most perfect spelling or, ooh, I wouldn't really say that. Like, it makes you relatable. So even in the posting, like, there's method to the madness, right? Um, So in that first one with the sports bra, it says, I'm placing an order to save people money. Let me know if you want a box. So that's day 4. Then you go to day 5 and you're posting the same one. And that might feel silly, right? Like I've already posted this. The script update, only 2 boxes left in this order. Let me know if you want one. That sentence right there is creating the fear of missing out, the sense of urgency. Only 2 boxes left. I just placed an order yesterday. Only 2 boxes left. Let me know if you want one. Okay, so the sense of urgency is in there as well. So even the wording with the pictures are super important because there's even marketing and stuff done behind the wording. Okay.
Hmm.
I only have 2 boxes left. Let me know if you want one. So it's like you have the fear of missing out. Oh my goodness. Billy only has 2 boxes left. What did I miss out on? Right. And so you have that sense. 1 box left. It actually shows the boxes on here X'd out. Also kind of creates that sense of urgency feel a little bit. So the actual box is on there. Amy, you can see, obviously incredible before and after, 53 pounds down. What are you waiting for? Right? Like sometimes it's just like those questions that kind of pointed out, like, what are you waiting for? You've seen people having success, that kind of stuff. A man, obviously, we all know tons of men are having results with the drops. And so a before and after of the man, lost 54 pounds in 60 days. So another thing in 60 days, because a lot of times when people think of either weight loss or changing their body or whatever the case may be, we think it's going to be an overnight fix, right? Like, Dr. Laura, fix me up. What can you give me that I'll feel better tomorrow? Right? Like, I mean, we just live in a society where it's just, we want the instant gratification. And so the marketing behind this is he lost 54 pounds in 60 days. So it's not some overnight, it's not some magic pill that you're gonna like be a brand new person tomorrow, because the consistency of it is what makes the success work. So this one, another thing, you have an image, so you're hitting the people who like are a visual, and then you have another screenshot. So it's also like people who have had success. Um, and then this one, here's them in a box because you said you were ordering a box, right? This 10-pack of body balancing drops is almost gone. New order going out Monday. Best and easiest weight loss system I have ever had done. Believe me, I've tried a bunch. Okay. So like in the like it sounds silly and it feels silly, like I said, with the lady in the like the 4 pictures of her in the pink sports bra, but like it feels silly posting that again, but it's the fear of missing out and the sense of urgency. If you just go on social media and you start posting people's before and afters, you're going to find a weight loss group. And if people aren't losing the weight, you're going to lose them just as quick as you gain them. So that's why it's like we tried sprinkling in all the other stuff, the A1C, the writing, the pictures, the scale, the pictures of the drops. And so really like when we say there's marketing done behind it, it's all of it jives together, and in order it jives together because the stuff that you're posting on the posts lead into the next day and lead into the like, and you just keep following down. So, I mean, really, when we started it and created it, it was more so of people who started doing these posts and started having success. And when we put it all together and kind of put a bow on it, that's when it became a system. Because if something's working, why change it or why post something else? Right. So I don't know if that's kind of all you were
That's
wanting or
no,
if you don't
that's
want.
so it's so incredible. I'm so glad you went through that. What can you tell us about the posting times? Because I know a lot of people, the part of the system. So A is that marketing plan. That's what we're talking about today, is those specific posts. And then you bring in the posts are nothing. I don't want to say they're nothing, but where the real magic happens is then over in the boosting group. And so can you talk to us just about the posting at 9 and 3 Eastern Standard Time? So for me, that's 7 a.m. For me, 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And so can you talk to us just about the magic of posting at that time and what that flurry of activity does on like how you guys came to that part of the system, I should say.
So the posting at 9 and 3, and everyone might be different. I always encourage my team to post at 9 and 3 in their own time zone because there's kind of a method behind that at 9 o'clock. Typically, if people are working, they're kind of already settled from starting at 8. They have their cup of coffee or tea and they're sitting down and they kind of already have that first hour of work underneath their belt. I'm caught up. It's Friday. I'm going to jump on my phone. Okay. So 9 o'clock is an ideal time because people are like settled after work, starting at 8, whatever the case may be. Okay. Kind of mid morning ish. 3 o'clock is a great time because it's after lunch. People come back from lunch, they get kind of settled, they get in a groove for a few hours, and kind of midday, I only have a few hours of work left, I might get on Facebook and catch up or whatever. So the 9 and 3 are more strategic, and obviously you have friends and family members and whoever's watching you in different time zones. So like I'm central, so when I post at 9 o'clock central, I have people in California. Well, it's 7 o'clock there, but guess what, they're probably up. They might not be scrolling their phone, but when they open it, that might be the first thing they see.
Yes.
The 9 and 3 is just, I mean, that was kind of the reason why there. Um, and then what
Tell
else
us
did you
about the
say? So, oh,
magic.
the
Tell us
boosting.
about the magic that happens. So for the purpose of this boosting group, we're going to do 9 and 3 Eastern Standard because we want to create that flurry of activity at that time for everybody on their post. But tell us what happens with the algorithm and when that happens on the post, what's happening with the algorithm and how, I like to explain it as when you start posting as a new brand partner, your net on Facebook is this big. And the more you post, the fish that Facebook allows you to catch, the Facebook fish, the net gets bigger and bigger and bigger the more you post. So um talk about just the posting and the boosting and just, what you guys have found in regards to that.
Yeah, so the boosting is really great. Just any type of social media aspect, the more interaction you get on something. And I love that you said that because I also kind of do a similar thing. I think of it as like a layer, right? So like you go and do your post, and every single time Marla or Jackie or Autumn goes on my post and it kind of opens it up to the next layer or like the next circle, right? You're opening it up because you're getting more interaction on it. The more interaction you have on your post, Facebook's going to go, oh, Autumn, I see you're getting some interaction on this post. You have a lot of likes, you have a lot of comments. It's going to boost that algorithm out to the next layer of people. Okay. So like the more interaction in the comments you get, it helps boost that algorithm. So it starts going out to all of your people. Okay. I have like almost 4,000 friends on Facebook. Do you think all 4,000 of them people see my posts every single day? No,
Yeah,
right? But like
exactly.
that's where the algorithm goes out because it's like the more interaction you have on something and the more success you have on a post, it's going to go and push that out to the next layer of friends. Does it push it all the way out to 4,000? Depending on what you're posting, right? But that's why like I encourage people to obviously in between the 9 and 3, you're a real person, so keep posting those other things. I'll do a
Yes.
drop post and I'll have some success on it. If I go and do a post with me and my daughter, I have 200 likes, right? So it like always kind of remind yourself of that too, because with your other posting, if you go and post a picture of you and your daughter at 1 o'clock and you get or whatever, right? Like more personable to you. If you go and do a post at 1 o'clock and it's like you get a lot of likes and a lot of love and a lot of comments, guess what? You're going to follow that right back up with that post at 3 o'clock. So the 9 and 3 is that. But the boosting, I want to just put this into a perspective of your mind right now. So say you're at a drop talk and you walked in and you were the only guest there. Like walking into a room with Billy and Stacy and Dr. Laura and you were the only one who showed up, right? You're like, what I get myself into? What is this? I'm the only person here. Did they lock me into something? Like, right? You kind of are like, ugh. But like, imagine walking into the room and there's 25 people there. What is this? Who are all these people? Like, why is this like what are we going to talk about? Like now it's a different like sense of excitement because it's like there's 20 people there, not just you. So think of that on your Facebook post. Do you think you're going to have a lot of people, Amy, being like, what are these drops? What is this? If you have zero comments on your post,
Mm-hmm.
right? I need to lose 20 pounds. Like you, like to get a comment like that, or hey, what are these drops? I need to lose some, right? Wait before summer or whatever. People aren't going to feel comfortable going on there if they're the only comment.
Yeah.
Okay. But if they go on there and there's 20 of us, just like there is right now on the Zoom, there's 20 comments. Janine's sharing her story, her quick little, right? Like write a few sentences on there. Or sometimes just be like interested in the drops or interested, send me a PM. However you want to do it on the boosting, but it goes back to that same mentality of like you're not going to have people commenting and reaching out if you're not getting a lot of interaction on the post.
Yeah.
Right? Just like walking into the room with just you as that one person, it's a total different vibe as to where, hey, I am interested in this. All these comments, all these people who have commented on had success. Oh, Valerie, right? Like I have high A1C. I saw on here she had, success with A1C. So it just makes it more relatable. You're helping your algorithm, but it also, like I said, a person is going to feel more comfortable going there and saying, what is this? Rather than them going there and making the first comment.
Yeah. I would love to know actually, tell us in the comments if you are here on this call because you saw a post. I would love to know that. I personally, my friend reached out to me, but I know we have tons of people here who saw a post. Like, look at my friend saw a post. Amy watched me for months. Jackie saw a post. So, one more thing on the system, and then we're going to go into some testimonials because you guys, why we do this is because when you come here to start a business with Partner Co, we want you to make money. We want you to, but also we want you to share the love of that with the drops and people are, we know, like you guys, that's why we're here, right? Is because we use the drops, we love them, and now we're sharing them with other people. And so we want to help you go ultimate if you don't go ultimate on your first order, but we want to get you those 30 boxes sold in that first 30 days. And so, or first 4 Fridays. And so, I want to know, for those of you, just start thinking about it. We're going to get some hands raised, and for the sake of time, if we can keep it really concise. But I just want to know, and Ashley, I'm going to get you to comment on the type of comments that you want to leave, and we're going to talk about how many before we go into the testimonies. But for those of you that are here, I've asked a few of you that I'm going to call on for sure. But if you did these posts, so the original posts that Ashley's speaking of, the marketing plan posts, and you sold 30 boxes in your first 30 days, we want you to put your hand up and we want to hear from you. My name's Janine. I sold I sold X boxes in my first 30 days. And if you know how much you earned, you can. Again, we're not going to make any earnings claims. What is the disclaimer? Each person's results are a result of their own personal skills and effort, right? But you guys, we make money when we do it. And so Ashley, tell us what kind of comments, 6 words or more, right? 6 words or more in the comments. So emojis don't count. You want to do 6 words or more, leave a genuine comment. I see a lot of times, this is going to be really great reset for those of you who are kind of in a lull, maybe in your business. You can go back to the basics and go ahead and post these. And what kind of comments are best? Obviously, genuine comments, 6 words or more. For the sake of this, we're going to let people go ahead and comment 12 posts right in this boosting group. So it's like the only thing you got to worry about for the whole month of February. Anything you want to add to that, Ashley? Also hitting the love or the wow button, right?
Yes,
On the
the wow
post.
button. Yep, the wow button. Some reason helps boost that algorithm. It's all those little things that you just learn as you start to do this. As far as the comments, obviously, if you've had a personal testimony with the drops, I always say at least 6 words, but like try not to make it a paragraph, right? Like
Yeah.
you've had a lot of results and it's incredible, but like try to pin it down and think of the guest of that other person of the page that is reading it. Okay. So always keeping in the mind of like, be powerful yet concise because it's like that person doesn't want to go on and read a chapter. Um, like one of the ones that I use, I put these drops are the best product for resetting and balancing the body. Like that's sometimes a word like I have mine saved in my boards. Yeah, I just have mine saved in my boards because it's a lot. Like I love to go on and boost people because I want that person to have success, right? I want
Mm-hmm.
them to have success right away. So I have them in boards and I literally just tap on it and hit send on that comment. Men have hormones too and are getting such great results with the drops. like if you do have a picture of a before and after, but like really just like this is another one. We must reset our insulin resistance. The drops are the perfect tool to help with that. Like there's a lot of different ways that you can go into
Right.
it. Obviously, sharing your own story, because like I said, people will go there and be like, oh my gosh, there's been like 5 people who have had success, and all of them are going to be different because all of our bodies are different. Right.
Right.
So, like, my success with the drops is going to be different than Billy's because our results are different. Our bodies are different. And so, kind of showcasing all the different wins in there, and
Mhm.
being mindful of that when you go on that post. If there's been 4 comments that said, I'm down 10 pounds, I'm down 5 pounds, I'm down this, hey, I'm sleeping better. My clothes are fitting better. I have more energy, right? So be mindful too when you're going on them, not to overthink it and not to take an hour to write one comment, but just kind of be mindful as you're skimming through the posts as they're being boosted. Like, can you throw another, like, another win that's a little bit different than what's in there? So it showcases
Yeah.
just a little bit different testimony.
That's good advice. I really like that because it, like you said, it layers on the benefits. It's not just, oh, it's not just about weight loss. This girl's sleeping better. She's lost inches too, kind of thing. So that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Can you repeat your first comment? It was the what was that first one you said? It was about the body, balance the body.
Yeah. Hang on. I was like, ooh. These drops are the best, in capital, the best product for resetting and balancing the body.
Awesome. And so, Ashley, thank you so much for your time.
Yes,
I appreciate it so
absolutely.
much.
Absolutely.
And I just love hearing, I love hearing like the OG, the origin of all of this. And so, okay, so now we're going to go into some testimonies because we want you guys to know like this works. This really does work. And I will, Stacy and I were discussing this before. We don't need to probably go into it in crazy detail, but we didn't think we needed these posts. We thought that we could just sell posts without it. And yes, that's true, but guess what? Every time I repeat these posts, I go into it, I fill a sheet of my drop customers. I sell boxes. Minimum 10, minimum. Now, and I'm 18 months into it now. So but when people start, I know we're gonna have lots of people share. So Laura, I'm gonna start with you. And we're gonna start with Laura.
Laura.
And I would just want to share what your experience has been whenever you share these posts, Laura.
Yeah. So, first of all, I am like many other people think that I'm going to do it my way. Thought that I didn't want to do the posts. Um, and even though I knew it was smart to duplicate and to really help my team duplicate, I still didn't feel like I needed to do them. So I didn't do them. I picked and chose what I was going to copy and paste. And what's so funny is when I finally admitted, like, maybe I need to go do these posts because I had a lull in sales. It wasn't, I felt like, oh no, this is not working as well or whatever. So I went back to the 30 days. I did them religiously. And I did that, I think in September, and then I did it again in December. And each time I did that, I got a whole slew of new people. They work. It's attraction marketing. It's not, there's science behind it. It's a marketing plan. And this is how we can help other people make money too. And so you want to be doing it, even if you feel like, oh no, my feed is all different. Like I am a different person. I'm doing this, that, and the other. And I like the way my Facebook is right now. I want to encourage you. You're going to keep doing the same thing, you guys. You're going to keep doing yourself in that feed, but you're just going to add this as a layer that you're helping people balance their hormones, right? And helping them with their health inside out. And you're here for them. But
Mhm.
it's one piece. It's not all of you. And you're going to keep yourself in your feed like you always have done. But I'm going to encourage you to schedule them out and put blinders on and not think about it. I mean, obviously go boost them, but don't we think so much about what people are going to say or think or do or whatever, and hardly anybody's seeing it. So honestly, it's easier than you think. That first post for me was really The first week I probably was kind of oh no, but then when people are, asking me, how do I get these? What do I need to do? I want them to, that this is a needed product and people want this. And how many people have we already served that this body balancing drops helps in so many ways?
Hmm.
You got to share it. And this is the best way to do it is with the 30-day posts, the
Yeah.
original 30-day posts.
Yeah. Stacy, what about you? I know like you and I are very much the same. Anything you want to add to that? And then we're going to go to Gina. We're going to kind of go through the lines at the hands at the bottom because I want to hear from you all.
First of all, thank you, Ashley. That was incredible. I mean, you're the original. We're so grateful for you. And I love the explanation of all the details. And we appreciate your time. So if you need to hop off, go ahead.
You're
Thank
good.
you.
I want to listen. No, I appreciate it. Thank
Okay.
you.
Just wanted to respect your time. But I remember having this conversation with Laura because Laura is a very smart businesswoman. Okay. And here's the reality. This is about duplication. What we do has to be able to duplicate. And so Laura's a doctor. Guess what? It doesn't duplicate. And she said to me one day, she's like, look, if I don't do this, my team's not going to do it. And it's like, bingo, that's right. If we don't do it, our team's not going to do it. That's the truth. And so my recommendation is because, I watched what was happening at Partner Co for a few months before I did anything. I wasn't quote building a business here. I did a post every once in a while. I think you too, Billy. We were just kind of like randomly maybe sharing a post. Oh, these drops are really awesome. But we weren't following anything or had any consistency whatsoever. It was maybe like once a week. I don't even know if it was even that.
Yeah.
But literal night and day difference from being like, all right, went to PXP. This is the real deal. These people are making money. This is working. This system is genius. I'm doing it. And I got to let go of my ego and I got to swallow my pride and just be like, you know what? I don't care what people think of me. I'm just going to post it. And guess what? It worked. And I
Yeah.
literally, there's freedom when you just let go. There's freedom when you just say, you know what? It doesn't matter what they think. The
Hmm.
people that want me are going to reach out to me. The people that don't won't. And it's none of my business what they think anyways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just what Ann and I, when we came back from that conference, we were like, all right, we're just doing it and we don't care.
Yeah.
Because it works and we want to help people win.
Yeah.
So
100%. And
I don't even know how many I sold actually. Like I didn't keep track, but it was way more than 30 boxes.
well, and
So
you're chairperson one now. And I think that speaks volumes, you guys. This time last year, I was a team. It was me, myself, and I as a team. But I said, oh, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to start posting. I'm going to get on Facebook, and like really like put like I'm going to do this. And I honestly think I was guilty of picking and choosing the
mhm.
post, but now I've gone through, right? And I'm going to do it again here starting February 1st. I'm going to do it again. And so it does work. So I'm going to go to Gina. Gina, tell us. So we're going to do these shares. We're going to do them IPA styles. Just tell them we all know you posted the posts. So what I want to know is I want to know if you know the type of income you earn, great, you can share that. But tell us how many boxes you sold in your first month by jumping in and following the marketing plan.
Okay, so I sold the first 30 boxes within the first week and a half, and I was shocked. I was shocked when I got home that first day. I was working, and when I got home and I started answering those texts, I was like using the everything in boards exactly how I was trained. Didn't say, "Hey girl," I just was like, "Boom, thanks for asking about the drops." I just kept answering, and within a week and a half, I had already recouped my investment and ordered my second box of drops. I didn't, like Stacy, I did not keep track of how many I sold that first month, but all I know is the money was coming in, and I was like, "Oh my word, this is amazing!" And I just kept going, and I followed everything Janine and Jane and Ann trained me, and they said, don't change anything. Just use what's in the boards, post what, I don't care if you think it's hokey. I don't care if you think it's stupid, post it. And I just went right down the line. I followed directions and I'm amazed.
Yeah. So you guys, we all know a 30 pack is about $2,500. So just
Right.
keep that in mind when we share, what we earn and whatnot. So Valerie, I'm gonna go to you next. Thank you, Gina.
Oh, sorry.
There we
There.
go.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for being on. Thanks for having me on this call. I really appreciate it. Um, there's so much I could say about that. I can't even go there at the moment because I'll just well up with some good old Southern tears. Anyway, I became a brand partner in late August, and my husband and I were leaving for like a 6-week vacation the very next day. So I like threw some posts on my Facebook. I didn't have a clue as to what I was doing because I didn't have time to be onboarded by Stacy and Lisa before I left. And yeah, before I got home from my trip, Stacy was my shipping department, and she was Lisa was my commenting department because I was doing things and I didn't have any idea what I was doing. And frankly, I didn't even know if I really wanted to do this or not. And I really had to struggle with the Facebook issue because for me, Facebook had become an ick. I was one of those people that was shut down during COVID because of my health and wellness post, and they didn't want to hear from people like me. So I had lost a lot of traction during that year that they shut me down, and I never really went back to it, kind of like a bad boyfriend. So I had to get over that ick too. So anyhow, before I got back from my trip, I had sold the first round of boxes. So that's $2,500. And I didn't know what I was doing. So then, fortunately, like the day
So
we,
did you do so you did the posts. I just sorry to interrupt you. You did the posts and you sold your first round of 30 boxes in the 30 days?
yeah,
Awesome. Amazing.
with sporadic postings. But the cool thing is, like, as soon as we got back, so that was $2,500 in my pocket. I'm like, oh, this is real. Like whatever's happening here is real. And so it
Mhm.
wasn't hope. It was restoration and proof that the system, the products work and people were happy.
Yeah.
And so the day I got home, we had a business trip planned, and Lisa's husband works with mine. And so we were together, and she goes, "Okay, we're going to sit down." Stacy hopped on a Zoom with us, and she showed us how to do the system of growth. So then I knew what to do. And I started posting straight from Ashley's boards, which, oh my God, Ashley, it was so good to hear exactly why you put those things in boards. And I think that we should probably go with our new brand partners and like walk them through why it's important so that they know like why it's
Now
important.
we'll have this call.
Yeah. And so I got trained. And so I just went to Ashley's board and I started posting it. And I loved a couple things about it. It just it made it professional. It made it duplicatable and it made it easy. And I could do it and I didn't have to think about it. So I think
Yes.
for busy people, like most of us are, it works because you don't have to think about it. So
Yeah.
anyway, I sold another 3 rounds of boxes. So now I'm up at like, I don't know, $12,000 or something like that in my pocket cash.
It's
And
amazing.
and then
Amazing.
I wanted to grow the team part, the compensation part. So then I had to figure out that Stacy and Lisa have showed me how to do that too. So I started like pushing people through my website rather than selling boxes. And I got cute. I'm like,
Awesome.
oh, I know
There you
what
go.
I'm gonna write my own stuff. And then
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
grab other people's cute stuff and I'm gonna share cute stuff because cute's fun. And so then I didn't sell any boxes.
Yeah. It's
Not
funny.
one.
It's so interesting how they're targeted and they're there for a reason. So amen
Yeah.
to that. So you're next, Marla.
Hey, you'll make it short and
Thank
sweet.
you, Valerie.
I was that skeptic personal trainer who was not going to post anybody else's transformation pictures. I even told Janine and Ann no. Sat back and watched, and then just finally released and started posting. I hadn't ordered anything but my drops, and I had 5 sold. So ordered a box of 10. Those were sold before they got here. I did that again with the box of 10, which was silly. Then went to my boyfriend who I needed to borrow money from and showed him the 30 compared to the 10. And within 2 months, I made over $6,000 in my first 2 months.
Amazing. Amazing. Awesome job. I know I have a brand partner. She made $6,600 in her first month. She couldn't get on here, but doing the exact same thing. So many people, so thank you, Marla. Next up, Janine.
Hey guys, thank you, Ashley, so much. Thank you everyone for sharing because it really is empowering. When I started, I didn't like Facebook. I was not posting. I was not even looking, but I'm grateful I saw Anne's post. And when Anne onboarded me, I'm like, oh my goodness, as I was looking at boards, I'm like, okay, this verbiage is so not me. Can I just change the verbiage? And she's like, nope, just post. I'm like, okay, so I know how important it is to be coachable. And so within that first 4 days, I sold 30 boxes. And I, I was I was shocked. And throughout that month, I sold over 330 packs. And it's not a tribute to anything I did. I saw the power of duplication. I'm wondering why I got away from that these last few months, but the power of duplication, that was what it was, because it was so attractive. Not only did it attract people that had a need and saw the value, but it also attracted people who wanted an additional income. And so I started to use Stacy's verbiage, where at the end of people that were interested in the drops that I would love in my business, I would say, not sure if you're interested in the income side of things, but I'd love to share it with you. And then that's basically all it was, is that just the duplication of boards. And when as money is coming in your Venmo, right? I showed my husband, I'm like, is that real? Because it was like, oh, it was like over $8,000.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's happening here? So it was, that's what I wanted to give away, because it was so simple. I went from not posting, feeling icky about myself and just stuff, to giving someone something of value because of this duplication, and I'll keep doing it. And so I'm very excited to go back to the basics.
And tell us, just from a personal success story, you've been here for a year on the drops, and I think, are you down 30 pounds now? 30 pounds?
I'm down. Yes, I released 30 pounds. It'll be, well, a year. It was 1 year since I started the drops, and I started posting March 1st.
Awesome. Awesome. And you are a senior officer. We have you guys, the duplication is incredible, and everything that is set up here is set up for us to win. And so, that's what's so exciting for me, is we really get to help new people, whether you're watching this recording or you're here live. We get to really help the new person win, and show me anyone who $2,500 wouldn't make a difference in their life today, right? And that's my favorite part about this, is that people can get that money coming into their, Venmo in the US, their e-transfer in Canada. And that's money that you can go pay a power bill, pay a gas bill, buy the groceries. I've got to take a horse to the vet tomorrow. It's probably going to be $600, like those types of things. Especially, for those expenses we maybe don't always plan on too. It's that gap money and then some. So thank you, Janine. So I'm going to call on Amy, and then I'm also going to call on Jody. These are two ladies who are on my team who I knew had incredible success. They're both at officer level in the company, and they just plugged in, followed the system. So Amy, I'm going to have you go, and then Jody, you'll be next.
Thanks, Billy. And that's exactly it. I didn't want to recreate any wheels, and I didn't want to ask anybody, because that's where we came from. And so I just started posting. I listened to you and Ann. I got on the boards. I posted. In that first month, I had 119 people reach out to me. 41 boxes sold. And I made over $3,600, which was more than I had made in any 1 month in the previous company I was with. in almost 17 years. And so I was astonished. And out of that 119 reach outs, I went back and counted because I keep track. 72 people out of that first 119 have bought, and 5 of them have joined as business partners.
Wow. You guys, that's incredible. Like, wow, I just got goosebumps because you guys, this is the thing. We aren't a Hey Girl company. We don't need to Hey Girl people in their inbox. This takes the Hey Girl out of what we do. It lets the people come to you, and that is that is worth its weight in gold. To be able to respond and engage and communicate and have conversations with people who want to have conversations with you. So you're incredible, Amy. I'm so excited for you, and it's going to be a banner year for you. I have no doubt. So next up is Jody. So Jody is also she's on my team. I sponsored her back in March of 2025, and she was like Janine. She wasn't on Facebook. She goes, "Are people really gonna buy these drops from me, Billie?" And so tell them what happened for you, Jody.
Well, I was very skeptical. And so I just kind of did my own thing, but I was listening to Billie. And so I just started, actually what I did was I just copied Billie's posts because I didn't have a clue. I wasn't on boards. I was like, okay, I'm just going to copy and paste her posts. And then, before I knew it, I just ordered the 4 boxes, and then I sold them before I even got them. I messaged Billie, I don't know how many times, probably 30 times in a week. And I just kept saying, Billie, is this real? Like, what is going on? I've already sold these boxes. And then she kept saying, just order 8 boxes. So I'll just order 4 more. So then before I knew it, I sold those. And then I finally said, okay, I'm just going to order 10. And then I sold those. So in the first month, I sold 50 boxes. And I mean, I'm still in shock. I think
She'll still text me to this day. I sold 7 boxes today. I'm like, yes, you did. Yes, you did. And so I'm just so excited for you too, Jody, because you didn't reinvent the wheel, and you really just plugged in, and I'm so excited for everything that's happening with you and your team. So thanks for sharing. Is there anybody else who wants to share? I know I'm gonna get Ashley wants to say a few things before we close. Stacy, Laura, anything you guys want to add? Laura might have had to jump off. She's at work. If there's anything you want to add, feel free. And then if we'll have Ashley unmute for sure. Anybody else? We're good? Okay, Ashley.
So I was taking notes when all of you guys were talking. Combined with just the people who spoke is $37,450.
Wow.
37 grand combined with just the women who came on and spoke. Where can you go, Gina, and make $2,500 in a week and a half? Where can you go?
Nowhere I know. Only
Right.
Partner Co.
Well, and it
amazing.
goes back to the system, and that's what the duplication is. I know Dr. Laura was on here. My mom was one of Dr. Crystal Vance's very first brand partners. And I learned a decade ago, I cannot do what Dr. Crystal Vance does. We cannot do what Dr. Laura does. But everyone can do the system. Even if you're like Jody and you're copying and pasting and putting it on there. Guess what? She wasn't using it as an excuse. She was still doing it and showing up, and sold 50 boxes within her first month. Right? So sometimes it's just getting out of our own way. And it goes back to what Laura said. And she's like, who cares what people think of you?
Mm-hmm.
Like making $2,500 in a week and a half. Guess what? They ain't paying your house payment. They ain't paying your electric bill. Like when you take that out of your mind and you know what a true blessing and how powerful you have something in your hands, but it's not just what you can do, it's how many more people can you go and help make $2,500 in a week and a half. That's where it turns from your head to your heart. And that's where it starts turning magical, because it's like, who else can I go and do what I just did? Whether you were perfect, whether you used boards, whether you did your own thing, whatever you did, like, you know, the power of what you have in your hands. So I just wanted to share that because it's so powerful. Like when Stacey's like, if you need to jump off, and right, all of our time is valuable. And I'm like, heck yeah, I'm going to stay for all these wins. Like, I want to hear, like, right? Like, that's why we're here, is to help people. And I want people to have success. And that's the whole reason of why the system was created. Right. And when you look at the culture of this company and you look at, I'm not tied to Billie, I'm not tied to Stacy, I'm not tied to, right? When you truly take a step back and look at the culture that we have, and that we really are here just to empower each other and empower ourselves, when you turn back around, but then turn back around and empower and hold your hand out for that next person, because don't leave them behind, bring them along, show them how to use the system, show them how to make, you know, $2,500 in their first week of posting. Okay. So sometimes it's just getting out of our mind and getting into our heart and just doing the things that are uncomfortable. And the more you do that, you're just going to become unstoppable. So I truly am honored just to be on here today. I'm super grateful. I love hearing all these people, all their wins with the system of growth. But it's not, like I said, keep showing up and being consistent, but it's how many people can you get doing the same exact thing.
Yeah, I agree. And thank you, Ashley, for being on here. You guys, she was moderating the IPA today. And this, because this all kind of came up last minute yesterday as a result of the team call, I was like, oh shoot, I need to ask Ashley. So I literally texted her while she was on the IPA and I said, hey, kind of short notice, but would you? And she was like, yes, for sure. So thank you for just making the time for us this morning. And we just appreciate it so much. And you guys, I'm just really excited with what's going on and what's happening in our entire team, but in our entire company in general. You guys, like Ashley said, she's not on our team. There's no gatekeeping here, though. We all work together, because when Ashley wins, I win. When Gina wins, I win. When Janine wins, I win. We all win together, and we're all in this together. And that's the best part. You know, we all bring something really unique to the table, and I think what is our real secret sauce is how we're able to remain authentic in the process. So Janine, I see that you're unmuted. Is there something you want to add?
I would really love for Jane to share, because we call her the drop queen on our
saw
team.
you pop on here, Jane, with your camera.
And I would just love for her to share. She's so amazing and wonderful.
Let's do it. Jane, tell us
us, Jane.
Tell us about your journey in your
I'm a Janine fan, have been all my life. And I saw her posting and I thought she went nuts because she was selling A1, or not A1C, weight loss stuff. And I thought, oh, Janine, what are you doing? And I kept watching her post, and it came up an A1C post. And I'm like, aha, that's what I need. I need to lose weight. We all need to lose weight. But the A1C got me. So I just finally called her up, and she told me blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. She told me about the company, and I'm like, I've been around 20 years too. I know the systems, how, and this system was unbelievable. Did I understand it all? No. But I just jumped in and done exactly what Janine told me, and Ann helped me too. But if they would have told me to jump off a bridge, I would have probably jumped off a bridge. I mean, I even got the same thank you notes they did. And I'm like, Gina's a real similar creature to me. I sold my first 30 pack so fast. I called up Janine, and because of my old company, I had to beg people to even try my product, let alone, buy it. And I told her, what do I do? And she's like, well, you mail them out. That's what you do. I was so overwhelmed. I had never had anybody come at me so fast. So, and I sold, I'm like Gina in that I didn't pay attention, but I sold several 30 packs. And, I knew right then I knew the first box, it was the real deal. But not only have I lost 25 pounds, which Christmas was kind of hard on me. I'm not gonna lie to you, but my A1C went way down. So it's like her post was right, you know. Now I still have some ways to go on my A1C, but it's like, and I actually took myself. I was on even shots for my A1C, and I've actually took myself off of that. So I'm trying to do everything I can with that, but yeah, it's just a wonderful community, and I wouldn't trade it. And is that what you wanted me to say, Janine?
I love that. Thank you. I love it. And I love that I just love it because you guys, here's the thing. Look at everyone who shared. We're all different backgrounds, all different parts of North America. We're all different, but we're all the same in that what we want for ourselves and our future and that we want to turn around and give that to other people. And so that's what makes us alike, right? So here's what we're going to do next. Okay. So, and then we're going to wrap this up. So I have created a little page, a little link on boards. Okay. I'm going to share it as soon as I get the recording from this call. I'm going to put the recording right into the link. So it's in one spot. And we're going to call it Marketing Plan Mastery, just so we got a term for it. And Ashley, I'll send this to you too. And then what we're going to do is anybody who wants to say, who says, okay, I'm going to do these posts. We're going to build the boosting group for a couple of days. And we're going to just start on February 1st. Anybody though, let's say you sign up a new brand partner next Thursday and they're getting started, you can put them into the group. But what we're going to do is we're going to boost posts that are just from these. It's going to be a boosting group specifically for marketing plan posts. And the idea is that for the month of February, you can focus just on that group, do 12 posts. So we're going to do 12 in that group. And so if you were in other boosting groups or whatever, and you want to give those a rest and just work on this, you can by all means boost your posts in those groups, but you are committing to boosting 12 in this group and boosting at the times and making those posts in order without changes. That's what we're going to ask. And you guys, I want you to track. If you can track like Amy, how many reach outs, if you can, great. If you don't, it doesn't matter. But I would love nothing more for us to come back at the end of this month, at the end of February, and be like, holy crap, we made $200,000. I don't know, right? We'll come back and we'll report. And so this is going to be perfect for you if you're brand new, but B, if you have been in a little lull in your business, like Laura said, I've been in a little lull. And I want to refire up my business. This is for you. It's like a reboot, right? So Gina, do you have a question?
Yeah, I have a question. My sister and I signed up at the same time, and she was a little hesitant to post, but now she's posting, and we have like 140 of the same friends, family, a lot of it. And so I'm wondering now if I wanted to, like, as I was listening to this, I thought, okay, I'm going back to Kim Gray tomorrow, or February 1st, if that's what you want to.
You can start today if you want. You could start today
whichever.
if you guys want.
But yeah. My question is, I don't want to be posting the exact same thing as my sister. I think that would be so repetitious for a lot of our people. And a couple people have already made that comment, like you guys are flooding Facebooks with before and after, and people are unfriending you both. I don't care about that, but I'm wondering if there's a different method that we should go through to both of us post the same.
Stagger them. So even if you start tomorrow and she starts Saturday.
Okay.
That's what I would do. And here's the thing about that. I want to comment on that because I heard Chris and Joni Budd say something about this. And you guys, they're top power rankers in the company.
Mm-hmm.
So they were worried about that too. And you guys, but what it does is it shows a system.
Okay.
It shows, oh, wait, Gina, and what are they doing? This is a system. I could do that. So that,
cool.
So that would be my answer to that. I would just stagger them. Maybe you start tomorrow and she starts on Saturday, or you start Saturday, she starts Sunday. That's all I would do. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you for asking that.
Thank you.
Hey, Gina, it's a system, and I made $2,500 in a week and a half. Like, yeah. Right? Like that's where the power comes in, because it's the belief that you have in the system sometimes too. Like I said, we get in our own head about stuff sometimes, and most of the times it holds us back rather than pushes us forward. So like turn that belief, turn it around and right? Like it's the same post and it's the same thing and it might seem spammy, but I made $2,500 in a week and a
And
half.
those people aren't paying your bills. And
Right.
actually fewer of them are seeing it than you think. It's just the ones that are commenting on it that are, maybe broke and, I'm just saying, right? So, okay, you guys, I have another Zoom going on this Zoom link. So thank you so much for your time and for everything. Watch for this to be posted in the Facebook group later today. Share it out with your teams. My biggest ask is when you share it with your team, have them watch this video so they know what's going on. And I'm really excited to see the momentum that we are going to create in this team. So thank you all for your time and have a great day. Bye, everybody. And thanks again, Ashley.
You appreciate
Thanks,
it so
Stacey.
much.
Thanks, Laura. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you.